Hello everyone, Sonic Panda here. Just wanted to give you a quick heads up. All the rules for the challenge are down in the description and then probably in the comments as well. If you could just give me feedback on whether you like shorter videos or longer videos, just so I know how long to make them. This is a highlight of about a 3-hour stream, so I made it about an hour and that seemed fair. Other than that, enjoy the video and have fun. Our goal here is to hit level 2 with Lenneth, just to give her a bit of a skill lead. Essentially the run is based off of getting your skill points. Nothing else really matters. For the most part, your actual level does not matter. You could be level 100 or you could be level 50. Everything is the same. I guess level 99 at the max. But anyways, not the point. So that is the only thing we care about. We need survival, we need attack pow, and we need guts. And we want to get some levels of first aid as well. And then the rest is whatever you want it to be. But the levels don't matter past that. We can start skipping mobs and doing everything else because we need nothing else for the rest of the game. But essentially there's this big rush to hit those checkpoints before Lizard's Tower. You want maxed out guts by Lizard's Tower in order to do it cleanly. Because Lizard is not a hard fight, but he's sort of our first big check. If that makes sense. Usually I save, but I'll just assume we won't die. I think it's a safe assumption. Why does Lenneth do so much damage? Maybe they just guard a lot, but their damages or their health is low. I remember it being a lot higher. I guess Arngrim didn't want a super. I like how that the second fire just misses. What a great super. Oh, I didn't realize she gets the flight here. I thought she got it at chapter 2 weapons. But I guess this weapon is advanced enough. A treasure is fine, but I do not recall him dropping anything I actually want. The sword is good here. It's essentially free XP sword, because you get to one-shot dragons, which is really good. What is this? Oh, this is a character I don't want. Maybe I do want a Jun. Do I want a Jun? Okay, so what happens if I pick up Jun? Nothing. Don't pick up Jun. It's a bad character. If we pick up Jun, then what happens is we get him for chapter 2, and then we go to chapter 3 and we pick up Kashell, and we pick up Janice, and we have Loffer. So we don't need Jun. And then Loffer gets replaced by Aelia, and then our team for a long time is Lenneth, Aelia, Kashell, and Janice. Until we get Badrach in chapter 7. It was a long time. Anyway, this character will stick around for a chapter and then leave. So there's no point getting him experience. There's no point doing anything with him. Essentially, if you can make Kashell work, Kashell can do the damage. And he can definitely carry your team in terms of damage. I feel like, but there are other, the problem is like you can play Kashell and work your team around him and make sure all of your attacks work with him and make him synergize with your team, and he can do damage and he can carry through the game and whatever else. Or you can play Arngrim and just mash triangle and everything combos no matter what. It rarely drops. You can do whatever combo you want and just mash Arngrim buttons and Arngrim will just combo. He does the same damage as Kashell. He has a better super than Kashell. He's tankier than Kashell. So I mean, why
That's why he's down there. It's like, why play this character when you can play someone else? And you could say, well, Kashell does more damage than Jun, so maybe Kashell should be above Jun. But I think, well, one, Jun's not a heavy swordsman, and Kashell is. And two, Jun's movement is a little bit better because he goes through people, and he sort of has the Arngrim synergy where everything combos, and he goes behind people like Lenneth, which lets you set up guard breaks and lets you set up whatever combos you want from the other side, because he pushes them back in, which is better for most people, because he crosses up, he like goes to the other side, and then he pushes them back towards your party, which is really nice, just in case anything drops. But I mean, if you're playing anything simple, it doesn't really matter. So I guess Jun in a bad team is better than Kashell in a bad team. No, Jun in an awkward team, or a team that needs some kind of synergy, is better than Kashell. So for example, if you're playing another character that has a really hard time comboing or needs some kind of help, like Aelia. That's you're playing Aelia. Everyone's waifu, right? Everyone loves Aelia. So if you're playing Aelia, who really needs help in combos, her combos are just god awful, just absolutely terrible. She needs help, right? So if you're playing Kashell not helping her. He's doing absolutely nothing. In fact, he probably is hurting her. Though you could probably make some kind of synergy where Kashell. No, he can't, actually. I was going to say Kashell knocks them back with the double hit, and then Aelia throws the spear. But the problem is the double hit already misses. So you'd have to get your archer to help Kashell, so that Kashell can help Aelia, so that Aelia can do damage. It's like, why don't you just play Arngrim? Like, I don't understand. Why don't you just play Lenneth? Why don't you just play anyone else? Why don't you just play 3 mages? Like, it's so bad. We can go inside and get a Beast Slayer. We already have a Dragon Slayer from Arngrim, which is super nice. We need to run Swamp, so that way we can get a Demon Slayer for Badrach, which means that I can either A, run Swamp now and miss out on the experience for Aelia, or B, I can run Swamp next chapter. Sorry, I can run Swamp next chapter and have Aelia there. Okay, well, let me see how much time I have, like actual time. I don't know what the sword is. I keep picking it up, and I never actually checked. It's the Moonfox. I should probably use this. It's pretty good. We get a Beast Slayer here for Clockwork Mansion. Essentially, the reason is I do not want to run. I want to run Swamp with Aelia because the experience is so high from killing the dragon, and it just gets her a bunch of levels. Because I found last time I had a hard time getting Aelia to max level. Or max level. I had a hard time getting Aelia set up with the right gear. Because she came in so late to the party. But if I could just do all the dungeons with her. The only reason I want to do Soul Day and everything now is so I can get Attack POW and Guts and all of that set up. I'll give everyone Attack POW now, since I get it here. I'm not sure how easy this dungeon is without an archer. A little bit worried. Everything seems to take 1 billion damage though. Ooh, Guard Crush is good. That was a lot of damage. Maybe it should be fine. I think our weapons are really strong. One thing you'll notice is that we do a lot of damage. Wow, we do a lot of damage because our weapons are really strong. It's a chapter 1 dungeon and we're using chapter 3 weapons. And we have Attack POW. Well, that's set up. Unblockable. The early game feels like it should be really hard, but it never really is. This would be good levels for us though. The experience here is nice. Well, nice-ish. We're low level. Level 1. So I don't know. We'll have to play around with it, I think. No, no, no. Put that down. I need that. So that is guts. But I think we can kill the apes really quickly. The wizards are the only one that I'm worried about. Ow. Ow. Wow. Okay. Alright, Kashell. One-shot him? Pretty close. Oh, he hits Lenneth. Excellent. Perfect RNG. Some good experience, as always. Let us start off with giving everyone weapons. Good first step. So, what does Kashell have right now? He has a striking sword that hits for 500 once. What's the new weapon in this chapter? It is a 450 ignite for one hit. I'm not impressed. Maybe there is a new sword? I don't think so though. No. Okay, Lenneth needs a new sword, probably. She has a 150 that strikes twice, which is a new sword down here. That is 170 and strikes 3 times, godlike. We need a spear for a lady friend. 150 versus the other spears. It's 153 versus... Her 2 attack is awful. It's a spear throw. It's terrible. I'll just take this. And then we have Janice, who can have a crescent bow, probably. Looks good. Okay, so you get a new weapon. This. You get nothing. You get this. A bangle and a stun check. You get a crescent, a helmet, your gear, bangle, and a stun check. You should probably not have a stun check. You should probably have a freeze check. Because the only thing I'm really worried about him is getting frozen. We have to fight a lot here so we can get the experience for Aelia and everyone else. When they get a level up, I will go ahead and skill and everything, since we have a bit more leeway. We should go this way. Usually I skip the birds here, but I kind of really want the levels for this team. So it gives you extra points, I believe, which is why I'm moving the bracelet around. Who needs it? Aelia needs it. Should give you 100 extra points. Is that how it works? Because I have 190, whereas normally I would have 90, I think. Get our survival up. Lenneth is really squishy. Looks good. This should be our Beast Slayer, or Demon Slayer rather, for Badrach. I mean, we should fight him. You can put it first, but then that's really bad because it doesn't open anyone up, and Kashell does only one hit because he's so strong. So, with his weapon, anyways. So I mean, the team is rough. Spear throw is just really bad, and her dash attack, her drill is also not great. Let's see if I can get this fall here. Cool, we got it. Look at that. We got it a little bit early, which is worse than getting it later. But we got the slide. That's all that matters. Okay, we can mark off Swamp. The Swamp is done. And then Lenneth should get the gem next. Oh no, Aelia is about to level up again, so we'll set her points then, along with Janice. I think the Grand Sting is better for Kashell than what we have now. I could be wrong. I don't quite remember what it has on it. This is the Vein Slayer, so this one breaks, I think. The Knights here hit really hard, but I think the XP is really good. We only need 1,000 to level up. And we should get more experience here anyways. These guys in the front and the rear. Ooh, 99. That was bad. Ow. Oh, Lenneth is using the wrong weapon. We'll change your weapon next fight because we'll go into the menu anyways. That was way too early. So bad at this game. This is going smoother than the last time I ran this because I think we started later, so our weapons are a lot better, and our oops, forgot to let her back up. Sorry, our weapons are a lot better, and we're getting more XP on everyone, which is nice. Faint? No faint. I'm trying to get some gems out of him. Got nothing. Or crystals. That is fine. I think there's only two more monsters I have to fight. It is a bit annoying having to swap your gems every single time, or your accessories. But I mean, that is fine. It's optimization. Excellent, we got that. And her survival is almost done. Really good. Let's get a level of guts for her. And Aelia is about to level up. We're not giving anything to Janice because Janice is in the back line, and he's actually already doing so well. With that, I would rather just level up our front line a little bit. Janice is here for utility mostly. It's this one here, I think. Nope. Should probably. Oh, it's this one, sorry. I didn't see that we could scroll down. Oh, I missed it. You can jump over that dragon, but I actually want the experience. I'll show you the jump later. Oh, experience. Yeah, definitely want that experience. Just in case I forget to give up an item, or something else happens. It could die, I suppose. Unlikely. It could happen. Levels, pretty good. I think we want the second treasure chest because it has a sword. Right. Okay, I remember all this, I remember. Keep that one, and then we get this one up. I think this is the one that makes the eggs, actually. Maybe we should keep this one. I can give her up some kind of helmet or something. It's time to start saving when we're running out of dungeons, in case Freya decides to kill us randomly. I will show you something cool, though, that Mocha found. So, if you want to jump into this door, you can actually just do that. As long as you touch it, you can go through doorways. Not super interesting, but a little bit interesting. I'm gonna try to do this without stopping. Oh. I find that jump really hard, but I'm also really bad. Okay, good. Now let us do everything else. Should be an easy game from here, honestly. We can just run through everything. Game is basically over. Nothing should be a challenge anymore. Is the theory. Unless I really, really mess up. So I think I'm just done fighting. Unless I have to. Or if I make a mistake. Hello? I feel like they should have limited the freeze target to 1. We need to go here. I keep wanting to use my burn on this plant, where you actually want to use it here. Let me try that one more time. Let me try that one more time. But anyways, Belenus, or sorry, Janus is a little bit better than I remember. But I'll still keep him in B tier, probably. The only real thing that's good about him is that he fills up the meter fully, and he can poison, which I guess isn't bad. He has a lot of hits, he fills up the meter. His super kind of sucks. Wow. His super is not great. His poison is good. Maybe like a top of B tier character. I don't think he's an A tier character. I just forgot he could fill up the whole meter. I remember that he could poison, but for the most part, his poison damage is pretty low. So I mean, not too big of a change there. I'll probably post a revised tier list. It's not too much of a change. I just want to move 2 characters around. Is nobody going to heal Kashell? 7,000 experience is good. Almost 8. I like that. We can give up all these items even, but as always, we will not. Let me go save quickly in case Freya wants to kill us for no reason. Good, good. So we've finished Academy. Now we need to do Clockwork Mansion. Do we still have enough time for Lizard? We do. We have 9 to go. Did we ever take the Demon Slayer off Lenneth? No. Okay. This is another place to get Guts if you need it. If you did not get it in Soul Day for whatever reason. Or if you wanted to avoid. As well as Guts. Go ahead and open up my notes here. Sorry, I didn't talk for a minute. I was really focused because I cannot stand this dungeon. So I need to make sure I ran it well. I think that was fairly clean, minus that one hiccup. Or I have to jump back a little bit. No problem though. It happens. As a Mirage Robe no one will use, because armor for the most part does not matter too much. I mean it matters. If you have armor with Holy Resist, you can do better against Lizard or Fire. Fire Resist versus Dragonbane is good, I think. I think this is Mirror, and we need Mirror. This meter is really good. Okay, that is done. So we did Soul Day, we did Academy, we did Swamp, we did Brams, we did Clockwork, we did Oddrock. We need to do Dark Tower, Cave, and Lazard. We're at 21 out of 28. Let's do Dark Tower next chapter. And let's do Cave now. So this is the first dungeon we do that is at level, I suppose. Right. I actually have to fight these things. Aelia was really bad in this dungeon. And in Arcane. Mainly, well, I suppose Aelia is just really bad against these mobs, specifically. I never knew that enemy was up there, because I never have jumped there before. Pecan! That's great. I meant to push him off the edge, but I mean, I'll throw him. I should just put the band on Janice always. He's the only one I actually need to finish things on. Aelia's all good. Oh, I have one for health too. That's really good. But I just want points, to be honest. 300 health is not a big deal. Though you can get two Zoe Bracelet of Zoe. You can get two of them. And together to give 600 HP per level up, which is really good. Nice. I feel like she could have gotten it with one more hit. Fire damage is really good here. But apparently that is not fire damage. Well, let's see if Aelia's damage is fire. Worst case, we can do Lenneth after. Okay. Oh my god, they healed Kashell for the first time. I wonder if he fills this up. He does. But it does no damage. So his damage is so low. Are you guys ready for some big Kashell damage? Every power word, every purify weird soul you do does 25% more damage for each one you have done previously. So Kashell is going to do hella damage. By that I mean he's not going to do very much damage. A level 3 purify should do way more than that. Kashell's super is so bad. That is a really good counterattack, except it does no damage because of the scaling. I feel like Janus's utility is really strong, but he's just missing the damage. Is that gonna break? Oh, yeah, it is. Maybe I should keep Janus where he is. His utility is good. He can inflict poison, which is very nice. But his damage is really bad. His meter build is really good, and his poison is really good. Well, his poison is decent, and his meter build is really good. But his damage is not good in a game where damage is really important. But it's not. The damage on a super is irrelevant. To be fair, it builds a lot of meter, which is good. We just need him to do more damage outside of his super of his normal attacks. And you don't want turns to go beyond 2, so poison is not very good. He has good utility in a team that is not trying to hit KO. And if you're not trying to hit KO, you're probably not a good team. So Janus is really good as a utility base for a bad team. Which is fine, he definitely has his place. But I don't think being a base for a bad team is what makes a good character. This guy carries my really bad team, thus he is good. Is probably not my argument for if a character is good or not. He is very solid though. If you play Janus, definitely just a solid pick. Nothing too great. He'll help you with your meter build, especially if your team suffers in that department. He'll help you with breaking guard, if your team suffers in that department. This is just a solid character. Maybe Noise Arrow is good. Maybe I was thinking I could do Dark Tower now before Lizard, and then we can get Noise Arrow. But I don't think I care enough. I think we can go do Lizard's Tower now, and then do everything else after. Oops, not paying attention. have one. Look at that. Okay, save the wrong file. Doesn't matter though, because that one's our speedrun file, so just we'll replace it when we run. I want to try fighting here and see how hard it is. Because usually we take too much damage and we don't deal enough damage. But we're so far ahead right now. These guys have so much health. Hopefully Kashell doesn't miss his whole entire moveset. She won't fill it up, but she gets good damage here. Oh yeah. On the bright side, their damage is not too high. I wonder how the XP is. I think it was low. It's just not worth fighting anything. Not that we really need the experience. We just need better weapons at this point. I think next chapter we get really good gear. Oh, he gets possessed. Ow. Like I said, not too much damage. Which sounds like sarcasm, but it's pretty manageable. That didn't look like guts to me. I should have let her slide. Next super, or next time we build super, we should go. As long as Aelia is alive. She is. She won't build that. Should have won the Flena first. That's okay. I did not expect it to start that low. Oh, he died from the poison. Great. Pretty good experience actually, but still not worth it. I'd rather just not fight them. I feel like Janice gets no points for leveling up. So we will just avoid whatever we can from now on. Treat it like a speedrun, since we don't really need levels on anyone that isn't Janice. Janice is the only one that really needs levels. Everyone else is pretty content, to be honest. So I mean, that's good. Man, everyone upstairs is making extreme amounts of noise. The tower is actually really short once you know where you're going. It's really long if you're playing casually because it is just this confusing maze. Actually, want her to have this thing and have him have the Dragon Slayer. Hopefully we can just kill both these dragons instead of trying to run. The experience you get from killing dragons or beasts is really high because the enemies are supposed to be really tough. But for the most part, they're pretty easy. Oh yeah, I never checked out Grand Sting. 501. It's the same thing, just better. I've never tried blasting myself off the top there. I imagine I would probably hit the guy on the way down. That was an Ether Scepter, a treasure find, and a, I believe, creation jewel. I cannot use 2 of those, and the treasure find is not very useful. However, I get to sell them, which is very good. Or I can transmute the Aether Scepter into a Tome of Alchemy, which is good for later bosses. So I still want to pick up all of the Aether Scepters, even though I cannot use any of them, just because they turn into Tome of Alchemies. Last time I did this room, it was really easy, so let's find out. Okay, there's a third one. I remember the first 2. The third one I forgot about. There's a wizard here too. Hopefully I don't bump into him. Oops, right here. I already gave up an item earlier. The 2 boxes there give us some mage things I do not really need. So hopefully this fight will go over well. It should be pretty easy, as long as I get Guts procs on the super. Oh, I should have put on a mirror for this fight. Oh well. Oh, look at that teamwork. No freeze, please. I should have used Aelia's because it is least important, but I want the damage on the next hit. But hopefully Janus will just be available. The possession is a bit annoying because possession plus super is really good. Well, hopefully Guts activates. That would just be fantastic. That was not so bad. It's pretty good actually. We just want a guard break here, so let's revive our mans. And let's go for the guard break. Oh. Didn't expect him to just not block. Oh, got fainted anyway. Pretty good. Guts? No. We'll have Kashell do it again. Oh, well, we kind of want the damage here because we can't feint him twice. Ow. Oh, excellent. Don't care about that whatsoever. Our team will die next super though, unfortunately. Once possession happens. Okay, let's do it. Oh my god, why is it 40? I have no idea how the combo system works. With how much meter you gain when you start your super. Sometimes it's 80, sometimes it's 40. Maybe it's RNG. I wanted her to have 80 here, so that I could do Janus second. Whatever. Just get the damage in, I guess. Super? Yep. Alright, Guts, do your work. This fight is pretty Guts reliant, unfortunately. Alternatively, I can get Prime Elixirs and make the fight easier, but... Is everyone dead? Wow. Okay. Good. One more time, please. Okay. Maybe I should have made more union plumes.
6.5 hours later.
Poison is good, actually. I should have put on mirror for this fight. Excellent. Okay. So here comes possession number 2. Here comes another super. This is Celestial Star, probably. Nope, same one. I mean, it doesn't matter that he does more damage. He's already one-shotting everyone anyways. This fight is doable without Guts, but you would have to have a different team. Or you can pick up Noise Arrow to silence Lizard. Hopefully not everyone is dead. That would be great. Okay, we got one survivor. Lord and Savior, Janus. Okay, we only have 6 more, so let's make them count. That was the worst volley could have cast, because it's the only one we can't survive. Let's try this again, and then we have to do Lenneth next turn.
2,000 years later.
Okay, pretty good, pretty good. I was still doing a combo. Okay. Let's just get in as much damage as we can. I was still comboing. I have no idea why I did that. I didn't want Lenneth super first either. Yeah, let's play it safe. Go for maximum damage. Because I have no idea what the combo meter is going to do. Well, hopefully this kills. I think Kashell will drop the combo, so Aelia is a safer choice. Nice. All planned. Didn't need more plumes. No need for that. We got skills and guts. Mostly guts.